Your brain is not tired because your life is hard. It's tired because it never shuts up. From the moment you wake up, it's already talking. Did you reply to that email? Why did you say that yesterday? What if they think you're weird? What if you fail? What if you succeed and can't handle it? What if something goes wrong? What if nothing ever goes right? And before you even brush your teeth, you've mentally lived 47 worst-case scenarios. That's not intelligence. That's overthinking. And overthinking is stealing your life. Not dramatically, not loudly, quietly, one decision at a time, one missed opportunity at a time, one maybe later at a time. You don't even notice it happening. You just feel stuck, like you're living inside your own head instead of inside your actual life. And here's the thing nobody tells you. Overthinking doesn't feel dangerous. It feels responsible. Feels like you're being careful, like you're analyzing, like you're preparing, like you're protecting yourself. But if you zoom out, you'll notice something uncomfortable. While you're thinking about living, other people are just living. They're not smarter than you. They're not more prepared than you. They're just less trapped in their own minds. Let's be honest. Overthinking feels productive. You're sitting there thinking, replaying conversations, imagining outcomes, planning responses that you'll probably never use. It feels like you're working on it, but nothing is actually moving. It's like being on a treadmill. You're exhausted, but you're still in the same place. Psychologically, overthinking is your brain's attempt to control uncertainty. Your brain hates uncertainty. It would rather imagine 10 terrible possibilities than face one unknown reality. Because if it can predict it, it feels safer. Even if the prediction is awful. Think about this. When you send a risky text, when you post something online, when you apply for a job, when you tell someone how you really feel, there's a gap, a space between action and outcome. That gap, that's where overthinking lives. It fills that space with fear. What if they reject you? What if you embarrass yourself? What if this ruins everything? So what do? You delay. You edit. You delete. You stay quiet. You choose safe. And slowly, without realizing it, your life becomes smaller. Overthinking is sneaky like that. Convinces you that shrinking is smart. Let's talk about real life for a second. You want to start something. A YouTube channel. A business. A fitness routine. Therapy. A new habit. Instead of starting, you research for 3 months. You watch 42 videos. You compare equipment. You look up best time to start. You calculate every possible mistake. And by the time you're done thinking, your motivation is gone. You didn't fail. You never started. That's how overthinking steals your life. It doesn't ruin it dramatically. Prevents it quietly. Now here's where it gets interesting. Overthinking is usually not about the decision itself. It's about identity. You're not scared of sending the text. You're scared of being rejected. You're not scared of starting the business. You're scared of failing and confirming your worst fear. Maybe I'm not good enough. You're not scared of speaking up. You're scared of being judged. So your brain thinks, let's just think more. Let's analyze more. Let's delay more. Because if you never act, you never risk. And if you never risk, you never get hurt. Right? Wrong. Because there's another kind of hurt. Regret. And regret is heavier than rejection. At least rejection gives you clarity. Overthinking gives you what if for years. Let me say something bold. Some of the most confident people you admire, they still overthink. The difference is, they don't obey it. That's it. They hear the voice. They feel the doubt. They feel the anxiety. And they move anyway. Overthinking only has power if you treat every thought like a command. But thoughts are not commands. They're suggestions. Sometimes very dramatic suggestions. Your brain will say things like, if you go to that party, you will say something stupid and ruin your reputation forever. Forever? Really? You once said, you too, when the waiter said, enjoy your meal, and you survived. Your reputation is fine. Your brain exaggerates because its job is to protect you, not to make you happy. Safety over happiness. Always. And safety often means staying small. Let's talk about something deeper. Why do some people overthink more than others? Usually it starts early. If you grew up in an environment where mistakes were punished harshly, where love felt conditional, where being perfect felt necessary, your brain learned something powerful. Think more. That way you won't mess up. Overthinking becomes a survival strategy. If I think about every angle, maybe I won't get in trouble. If I replay conversations, maybe I'll catch what I did wrong. If I prepare for the worst, maybe I won't be blindsided. It makes sense. But what helped you survive is now stopping you from living. And that's the shift. You're not broken. Your brain is just outdated. It's running old software. You're reacting to life like you're still in danger, when you're not. So how do you stop? Not by just stop thinking. That never works. If I say don't think about a pink elephant, what happens? Exactly. The goal is not to eliminate thoughts. It's to change your relationship with them. Instead of, this thought is true, shift to, this thought is a possibility, not a prophecy. When your brain says, you're going to embarrass yourself, try responding with, maybe, and I'll survive. When it says, what if you fail? Say, then I'll learn. You're not arguing with your brain. You're shrinking the drama. Overthinking feeds on intensity. Calm responses starve it. Another powerful shift? Action before clarity. This sounds scary. I know. We love clarity. We want certainty. We want guarantees. But clarity often comes after action, not before. Think about learning to ride a bike. You didn't sit there analyzing the physics for 6 months. You got on. You wobbled. You probably fell. You figured it out. Life works the same way. You will not think your way into confidence. You act your way into confidence. And yes, you'll feel awkward. Yes, you'll feel unsure. Yes, you'll feel exposed. That's called being alive. Overthinkers want to feel ready. But readiness is a myth. Nobody feels 100% ready. They just decide that discomfort is acceptable. Let me give you a simple rule. If you've thought about something more than 3 times, and there's no new information, it's not problem solving anymore. It's rumination. At that point, you don't need more thinking. You need movement. Send the message. Apply for the thing. Have the conversation. Go outside. Start messy. Your life is waiting on the other side of action. And here's something funny. The thing you're overthinking about right now, in 5 years, it will either be a small lesson, funny story, or something you completely forgot about. Think about something you obsessed over 5 years ago. Can you even remember most of it? Exactly. Your brain treats everything like it's life or death. But most things are just life. Messy, imperfect, normal life. And here's a hard truth. Overthinking makes you self-centered. Not in a bad way, but it keeps all the focus on you. How you look, how you sound, what people think, what might happen. Meanwhile, everyone else is too busy overthinking about themselves. Nobody is analyzing you the way you are. They're worried about their own text, their own mistakes, their own awkward moments. You're not the main character in their anxiety. You're a side quest. That's freeing. So what does start living actually mean? It means choosing participation over perfection. It means saying what you mean even if your voice shakes. It means going to the event even if you feel slightly awkward. It means posting the video even if it's not flawless. It means accepting that you cannot control outcomes. You can only control effort. And effort is enough. Let's talk about the cost of not changing. If you keep overthinking the same way for the next 5 years, what will your life look like? Same ideas, same fears, same delays, same almost. That's the real risk. Not embarrassment, not rejection, stagnation. Overthinking feels safe in the moment, but long-term it's expensive. It costs experiences, relationships, growth, confidence, time. And time is the one thing you don't get back. Imagine being 80 years old. Are you going to regret the awkward conversation? Or are you going to regret the chances you never took because you were thinking about it? You don't need to become fearless. You just need to become slightly braver than your thoughts. That's it. You don't defeat overthinking once and for all. You outgrow it by choosing differently again and again. Every time you act despite doubt, you teach your brain something new. I can handle this. And slowly the volume lowers. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. Here's something practical. Next time you catch yourself spiraling, ask, is this useful? If the answer is no, move your body. Stand up, walk, do something physical. Overthinking lives in stillness. Action interrupts it. And finally, understand this. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. And the observer has power. Your brain will always generate noise. But you decide which thoughts become decisions. Overthinking is not a personality trait. It's a habit. And habits can change. Your life is not meant to be fully analyzed. It's meant to be experienced. Messy, imperfect, uncertain. That's the price of being alive. So if you're stuck in your head right now, step out. Not perfectly, not confidently, just intentionally. Because the more time you spend trying to control every outcome, the more life passes you by. And one day you'll realize the biggest risk was never failure. It was waiting. Stop overthinking. Start living. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Now.